I'm gonna sell some stuff. Well, at least stuff he can afford. He can afford the armor. That's something. Maybe 842. Let's go with 42. Nope. Okay. And my clothes, and my pants, and my shoes too. Because I have nothing to be ashamed of. My spine looks like the lower end of my back looks like the Empire logo. You know, it's all twisty. Come on, it's hot. It's warm, right? Right? Difference in culture, I guess. How free you are to venture in the nude. Love this guy. Okay, but for real though, this is let's finally go to meet Caius Cosades. And let's walk because sprint because moving on foot increases your athletics. Wow, who would have thought? And this is one of those things that just you explore, your stats increase, it makes exploring easier and more fun. Crazy gameplay loop, I know. Get all of the mushrooms, just all of them, just But it's Kai, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's classic Therial. Classic. How would you feel if you found out your death was a really beloved meme? I believe I may have found the correct formula for the spell I'm developing. With it, I'll be able to travel great distances without the need to pay others for the service. If all goes well, I'll test out the new spell tomorrow. I believe I've worked out all the possible complications. It'll allow me to leap great distances, covering many hundreds of miles. Never before has one been able to travel in this manner, vaulting from the ground, sailing through the sky, all without that terrible disorientation of a spell flying. The time is almost upon me. My research is finished, and all of my calculations are checked and rechecked. They laughed at me when I suggested this. We'll see who laughs after I leap to the top of their towers and scream out my success. Oh, hey, cool sword. Long blade, I'm gonna sell it. Put this on. I don't really want... I want to do the light armor thing this time. Scroll of Icarian Flight. Fortify Acrobatics, 1,000 points for 7 seconds on self. Now let me just drop a fat save here. And if you use this baby... Oh, this is what happens. You can do this. Which is pretty cool. But then you find out, oh, you end up like he did. So obviously this is the thing you should be very careful how you use. Usually you want to know where exactly you're gonna go. Like say, oh, I want to go to Balmora. Let's try if this is even gonna work. You only have 3, so the lighter you are, the farther you'll fly. And if you hit water, well, congratulations, you solved the mystery. Of course, it's not as easy. So, let's try it again. But this time, walk a bit further. This is always fun to do. I was this close to the water, so let's try from here. I may just land on a little peninsula there. We'll see. Oh, that is perfect. Look at that. Unfortunately, it did waste my fatigue because I was technically, sprinting. It's a jump, and jumps are exhausting when you're flying. Yo, what if you use a fire spell and it was weakened because of the rain? That would be pretty cool. That's like Pokemon, pretty much. Yeah, these things are only useful if you know where to land. Okay, fine, I'll do Ian. I need the meat anyway. Not really, but it's fun. It's fun to just eat crabs. It's hunting basically. You kill something, you eat it. Even though it's an alchemical ingredient. So it has a completely different purpose. There's no survival mode in this. Okay, I'm gonna vent. Skyrim survival mode sucks. We all know this. It basically took Frostfall and what was the other one called? Not Clements of Tamriel. I don't know. And it made it worse. I hate to say it, but it kind of somehow made it worse. This is Moonmoth Legion Port. I don't really want to go there. I guess it's one way to get to where I'm going. Yeah, I have water walking. I'm going to use it. So cool. I'm glowing. The lighting in this game is sometimes kind of weird. Like, why are these rocks glowing? What is glowing? I get it's supposed to be like a water reflection, but it makes sense if it's like only sunny. It's look at this. It's not sunny. It's so dark. Like, why is it reflecting light in such a way? I could take the path. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna take the path. Walk around the mountain. I think there's little needles there. I am going to rest up because there's a thing that's gonna try to kill me there. Oh no, wait, that's just a Quama script. These guys are so cute. They never attack you unless you attack them. Mwah. If I could have this as a pet in real life, you bet I would. And these little needles here are, well, they're, showing you the way. But there's also a place later in the game that's like, you have to go to the needles, through the needles thing. Rip. Yes, I spent 2 fireballs on a rat. What, are you gonna sue me? Well, I guess, I can flight jump this, but no. I think I'm just gonna normally hike. Not the intended way, but whatever. One of the guys in the Oblivion development team in the trailer, he was like, "Well, Vardenfell was pretty much just barren rocks and volcanic ashlands and dead trees, whereas Cyrodiil was gonna be really green." Bro, he only looked at this, like he played the game for like. Actually, the game starts in a swampy green damp area, so he didn't play the game at all. Or maybe he saw a screenshot or somebody playing for like 1 minute and was like, okay, that's the whole game. Because ironically, Oblivion, the game is all green grasslands and forests. It just speaks miles. Somebody can have such a, well, quite frankly, dumb and ignorant perception of a game. And then they're also gonna make their own game like this. It's it's kind of projection, isn't it? Like he thinks, oh well, these games should only look like one thing, like only one biome, really. Yeah, can you tell Oblivion's not my favorite Elder Scrolls game? The remake or remaster rather, it made some things less annoying. Some people hate it, absolutely hate it. Oh, it's like it's brown modern game AAA slop. Who cares? I know somebody's gonna say, "Well, I care." Okay, cool, but I care about gameplay more. I mean, look at this game. Do you think this is a pretty looking game? The game I play games for the gameplay. This is way better gameplay. Of course, graphics are important too, and I gotta say, this game is better than Oblivion in terms of graphics too. Art style, at least. Okay, I'm kind of going around it, aren't I? Should I wait a whole hour when I can just... Let me just see. Okay, it's definitely there. I'm just gonna nuke this red from here. Nuke, or else you get nuked. Oh, really? It survived? What a shame. It's interesting because the early game, there really shouldn't be an early game, right? It's an open world game. But the area you're most likely to explore at the start does have, the weakest enemies, like rats and Llama Foragers. Farmer's Cribs, they're not enemies. They're like, hey, let me test your morality. You attack one, you eat shit because it paralyzes you and then nibbles you to death. And just before the paralysis wears off, it does it again. So, yeah. And look at where I am. Caius Cosades. That's his house. What? Yes, I'm Caius Cosades. But what do you mean you were told to report to Caius Cosades? What are you talking about? I'm just an old man with a skooma problem. You can't see my mouse, but I'm pointing at the right hand side of the screen with the light and the moon sugar. So, you say your name is Magnus, and you've been told to report to me and deliver a package. Perhaps you'll let me look at it? No. Yes. Yes, very interesting. So, it says here the Emperor wants me to make you a novice in the blades, and that means you'll be following my orders. Are you ready to follow my orders, Magnus? No? Yes. Good. Welcome to the service, Novice Magnus. He loves me now. His perception increased. Perception. Disposition. Wow. Words. Now you belong to the Blades. We're the Emperor's eyes and ears in the provinces. You can use my bed if you need to rest, but leave my personal stuff alone unless I say otherwise. If you like, you can improve your modest skills with our Blades trainers now. Or if you're in a hurry, I can give you orders right away. But don't forget to visit the Blades trainers. Basically, Blades trainers are people in different cities, you'll see. And if you normally ask them for services, they'll be like, I don't offer services. What are you talking about? Get out of here. But now that you're part of the Blades, yeah. These Blades agents offer training not for free, of course, but cheap for a fellow agent. Look for Rithlene upstairs. Tiermalin, I think that's how it's read. And Nine Toes here in Balmora. You can just read them in your, journal. See Soran Lerin in Caldera. In Aldrune, see Gildan Siovar, Horsemouth. Actually, hold on. Gildan Siovar, Horsemouth. Okay, separate character. I forget. Their names are so freaky. Horsemouth lives in a hut west of Aldrune, and Elone the Scout can be found at a real straight house in Saline. Oh, look at that. Someplace I've been already. Well, that's pretty cool. We're the Blades, actually. We're spies. We're the Emperor's hidden eyes and ears in the provinces. We watch the Emperor's enemies. We look for opportunities. We make reports. And when the Emperor commands, we obey. But we're only one of many guilds and factions in Morrowind. You should know a little about Morrowind politics before you get involved with any of these other groups. They can basically tell you what everything is. Like, what's the Imperial Cult? Yeah, everything. Imperial Legion. Fighters. Okay, Imperial Cult is for magic users. Imperial Legion is for soldiers. Spear and medium armor, and also Longblade. Fighters Guild is mercenaries. It's basically most of the combat skills. Mage Guild is for magic. Fuse Guild is for stealth stuff. It's kind of mafia, basically. Groups favoring native Dunmar interests are House Redoran, Warrior Faction, House Hlalo, Stealth Faction, and House Tilvani, Magic Faction. I'm grossly oversimplifying them, but yeah. The Temple, also Magic Faction. Morak Tong, Stealth Faction, they're Assassins. You cannot join the Kimona Tong, they're a cartel. It says Criminal Syndicate, but yeah, it's a cartel. And Ashlanders, you cannot join them, but you kind of do as part of the main quest. They're the natives. They're all natives, but I mean, these are like the old school before. They're nomads, at least in lore. They don't move in the gameplay because they couldn't really program that. But anyway, he can train you in these skills.